And so I went to this conference, and it was a space like I'd never been in before, where just everybody was actually included, and there wasn't really a question of it either, of that people were being included. It just happened. And after being in a space pretty much my whole life that I wasn't included, it was kind of shocking. Then completely shaped where I went with my career, and it turned into public speaking and all of that kind of advocacy work that I now do and that I still do with Action4Inclusion through the YAC.
One thing it really introduced me to was the concept of invisible disability and understanding that I have no idea where other people are at, how they function, what they like to do, what they don't, what's hard for them. And so that kind of opened my mind up to understanding community more. And it also introduced me to the idea of like nothing about us without us, and just how important real life lived experience of people with disabilities is into any social movement, especially regarding inclusion and how important that is.
Public speaking has particularly become a strong pursuit for me over the last few years, because I was presenting at the Inspiring Possibilities conference, and I think I was very nervous because there was like 80 people in the room, and I haven't done like presentations that large. But I know there was a lot of my friends from R4I, they were very supportive, and I think after that experience I have never been afraid to at least present in front of people, regardless of how big the crowd is. So I think personally this has been very, very beneficial for me in terms that I'm very easily and effectively able to communicate with people.
Using my lived experience with somebody with disabilities in my advocacy work, and it gives me a chance to kind of practice that kind of public speaking and talking about it, but it also just provides other people's lived experience that I can learn from.
One thing was it helped me like articulate how I was feeling and the emotions I felt. If I was like frustrated about inclusion things or I didn't understand, it let me take those feelings into like passion and then like changeable things, like actions I could do. And it also like gave me the confidence to do some leadership activities with youth and like connect and realize I don't have to be way older than someone to be a leader to them.
It's so funny when you hear me talking to somebody, because I will switch my communication style like that, just so that people are included, and people see me doing that and then by my example start doing it, and it just includes everybody in my community then, because they see it really is that easy.
I am an autism genetics researcher, and I really wanted to understand at the end of the day how that impacts real people, because it's easy when you're sitting behind a screen all day to just think of them as numbers, but I think when you go at a community level and experience how this impacts people, I think your motivation to do the work that you do increases. And so I think it has not only given me purpose to continue the work I do, but also it's giving me the motivation to, have a more inclusive community.
Action4Inclusion was really impactful to me as a youth, and I kind of wanted to give that back.